talented actors such as yourself reminds me of a certain story. A lot of people are fascinated with what I do as a career and as a job, and you get a lot of Hollywood types that they want to put like video games in movies, they want to put it in TV shows and things like that. So a couple of years ago, we got a call from a guy who worked for HBO, and he was the art director for the TV show Oz. Now, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you ever watched the show. It wasn't very uplifting. It was kind of a prison drama, really. It was an ongoing story about men suffering and raping each other in prison and shanking each other with knives and the hierarchy of all of it. And I'm like, yeah, I want to go see the set for that, right? So they decide that they're going to fly us up there so we can go visit the set so that they can put the game on the show. The game at the time was Unreal Tournament. So I fly up there with Alan, who's one of my coworkers. His arms are inked all the way down here, and he looks like he could actually have been an extra on the show. And if I was in the show, I probably would have wound up with like Kool-Aid on my lips or something like that. Would have been treated for a pack of smokes or something like that. But we fly up there. We get to Bayonne, New Jersey, which I don't know if you've been there. Is really kind of a shithole. It's like an old military town up in Jersey, and it's just like in the middle of nowhere. And obviously they picked it because it was cheap. We get there, and it's like a 20,000 square foot warehouse in the middle of nowhere, and it really looks like an honest-to-God prison. And I'm like, wow, this is fascinating. We get to meet some of the actors. It's cool. They're really nice guys, and we're checking this out, and I feel like I'm in prison without any fear, and it's cool, right? And then the guy who's our host, Ed, says, hey, you guys want to meet the prop guy? And I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, I mean, prop guy on a show like this probably has some interesting stories, right? So we go and we meet him, and this guy's kind of bug-eyed, he's kind of weird, and he's all excited, right? You understand this is a warehouse in the middle of fucking Jersey, and it's like 900 degrees out, we're sweating, and we're having fun, but it's a little bit oppressive at the time. And he has this whole table of all his props, and he has his shanks. And of course, these aren't real shanks. These are shanks that are kind of soft, they're not really going to hurt you and everything like that, but they look like real shanks regardless. And he looks at me, dead in the eye, and he says, do you know why I love this show? And I'm like, why? And he goes, because this is the only show where I'm able to make blood, urine, feces, and semen as a hobby. And I say to him, wow, that's fun. And I sit at computers all day long. And he goes, you know, feces are actually pretty tricky to make. And I go, how do you make feces? Besides the obvious, right? So he tells me, he gives me the secret recipe that apparently you take Metamucil and peanut butter and mix it up, because the Metamucil kind of binds the peanut butter and gives it a really poopy type texture, right? And I'm writing notes like, all right, next time crunch time comes around, I know what I'm going to be doing at work. And so then I realized that the side benefit of this is that you can then, of course, eat the feces that you've made, which, of course, if you've seen Oz, there's several parts of the show where guys are not only playing with their feces, but eating it. Again, I recommend buying the DVD. It's a great show. So then he says to me, you know what really pisses me off? And I say, what? And he goes, when these fucking producers come in and they tell me what piss should look like. And I'm like, it's yellow. And he goes, no. And he proceeds to pull out a jug full of piss. And I'm like, is that a problem? He's like, no, this is real. This is my actual urine that I have been peeing into this fucking jug all summer long. And you know how pudding works when you leave pudding in the fridge? And there's kind of a bit of a skin on the top. Well, I think it turns out he does the same thing, because when he started moving the jug, it kind of got disturbed and the skin kind of moved a little bit. And there was no cap on this, because you never know when you got to go, and he has to kind of... And then he decides that he starts moving it around, shaking it around, and the most horrible horse urine, barn rotting smell starts filling the warehouse. And again, it's very, very warm in there. This is the summer, this is Bayonne, New Jersey. And I'm looking at the shanks, and I'm thinking about the feces, and I'm smelling the urine, and I'm like... I start getting nauseous. And I'm like, you know what? I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta kind of compose myself. He's like, yeah, man, we're cool. And, oh, shit, I should probably get rid of this, right? So I go off to the bathroom. I'm in the stall, just kind of, you know, getting my composure together. All of a sudden, he comes into the stall next to me and starts dumping out all of the urine into the toilet next to me, which starts filling the bathroom with the scent, at which point I wind up vomiting into the toilet, and realizing that this is a great true Hollywood moment.
What the hell is this shit? This is the worst shit that I've ever seen.
No, you're wrong. It's the best shit
Look,
I've ever seen.
this hardly looks authentic. Does this feel authentic to you? Feel this. Does it feel like real shit? Does it taste like real shit?
It's close. It doesn't taste like peanut butter or mutual.
Well, it should. It should, okay? All right? I don't know who's been in here manufacturing our prop shit, but it looks horrible.
It was me. I was up all night manufacturing our prop shit.
Nay! I've been helping.
Plan B. Sorry, but we're gonna use horse shit today. Unless you want to use this shit that I think is pretty good.
Mr. Ed, shit's perfect. Perfect. That horse's grammar is horrible.
Sorry. Nothing gets me tired after taking 5 consecutive perfect shits. You know? But when Hollywood says shit on this plate,
You shit on a plate.
and you give it to someone to use in a movie.
A lot of people think working in Hollywood is hard, but they have no idea just how hard it is.
I am a professional shitter for life.
If I have to chug another 2-gallon bottle of water and piss it out into that same gallon that I drank and wonder where that last quarter went, I'm just gonna die, you know? Because I'm getting sick of this. I don't think we get any appreciation.
We need to unionize shitting.
Shitting, peeing, vomiting, bleeding.
And bleeding, like not just bleed, sustainable, small amount bleeding.
Legit bleeding, because
Legit.
people think it's easy to just cut yourself and
Right,
bleed, but
right.
you gotta keep that shit going.
Do I not clot?
Exactly.
Hold on 1 second. This sounds like an important knock.
I heard you guys have a union going here.
Really excited to play these new games. Oh, that's inappropriate. I'll still play it. I could beat 6 million.
Are you on a cell phone? Or are you talking to me?
I was talking, well, just in general.
I'm sorry. I smell shit and then I associate that with your voice. I'm sorry, I'm not used to talking to people in the bathroom stall. Oh. God.
These see-through dividers.
I heard the Tin Man crack last night.
You don't say, don't say.
It's true, he gave us up.
Really? I don't know what character I am. I'm one of the crazy monkeys. I just evolved.
I'll call you Squeege.
Call me Squeege.
Squeege.
Squeege. I clean windows with my body.
Squeege, what I'm saying is that, is that if he hadn't given us up, I would have shivved him.
Oh man, shivving is great.
Man, Oz has really gone downhill since the second season.
Look at this on my tail. It's a cup. Nobody knows the trouble we feel. Nobody knows but Jesus.
Squeege, you make me want to shiv you and love you at the same time.
Why don't you love me with a shiv? That way I can die with a shiv inside of me. Just pushing harder.
Squeege, I want to love you, but I'm too scared.
Oh, because we're in.
Because I'm a coward. Go now before they love each other. Oh, and so ends our tale for the day. You have to see the show.
Do I hear the wheel of fun?
I was just fixing these shirts, but I thought
That was distinctly the clicks of the Wheel of Fun.
The Wheel of Fun was turning elsewhere. In our minds, maybe. I'm sorry, I was having an aside.
It's been a long time since the Wheel of Fun turned in my life.
Say that again.
Oh, the Wheel of Fun keeps on rolling. I don't know what I'll be tomorrow.
Remembering the Wheel of Fun makes me sad.
Well, the Wheel of Fun has changed so much. Sometimes you hear the Wheel of Fun and you're like, is that really the Wheel of Fun?
Then you find out it wasn't the Wheel of Fun, it was just your own mind.
It was on your own mind.
Remembering the past and the times and
the past.
Living with these two gentlemen was ridiculous. I was actually talking to you.
Really? Come on. Do you think any one of us could occupy this 20,000 square foot warehouse alone? It takes 3 of us and a very, very overwhelming sad depression that forces us to treat the world, weirdly.
And it's hard to hold a candle in a cold November rain.
Wheel of Fun, is that you?
I'm pretty sure that was Axl Rose.
The Wheel of Fun reminds me of my father.
Sometimes Axl Rose
Right
reminds me
here.
of my father.
The cat's in the cradle and the silver spoon and a little more blue and the man in the moon.
Now the Wheel of Fun's just fucking with us.